Hey, this is Lee Shumpert. I'm the guy who is doing the band mix, Lay My Life Down thing that you're probably watching. Soon I'm going to be recording some of my music, not recording it, but singing it at this church. I'm the youth pastor at Grace Baptist Church, and I'm standing in front of Grace Baptist Church. That's the front doorway, by the way, and there goes a car. And I play the guitar and other things, but I was wanting to go ahead and make a recording of this because Winter Jam is coming up. I don't know if I'll be going to it. We're planning on going to it with my youth group, but they're saying the weather here in Kansas is going to get pretty bad next week, so I was just wanting to record this and introduce myself and say that I would really like other people to help me to do this. I just moved here from Mississippi. I was living in Mississippi, and I moved down here. Took a job as a youth pastor here. It's a little bitty country church, basically. But anyway, I was wanting to touch bases with you and let you hear my voice and let you see me and talk here why I want to do this. Winter Jam of '09, I believe. I was in the crowd in Tupelo, Mississippi, which is where Elvis was born. Holt International sponsors Winter Jam, for those who don't know. And I was in the crowd, and my story, Kim, this guy that had been found in a trash can, had come along, came on, and it was like a video presentation of it, and he talked about him being found in a trash can. You can view it actually on www.mystorykim.com. You can actually watch his testimony, and that's where what was called Oh Mama at the time was birthed. And I felt God had said, I wanted you to write a song called Oh Mama at the time. And I was like, okay, God, I don't have a musical instrument. I've never picked up a guitar. I always had the urge to pick up a guitar, but I didn't do it. And later on down the months, I started helping with a church called a church there in Mississippi. I'm not going to reveal that location where that church was at, because some things have happened with that church that I'm not going to go into great details about on here. But anyway, I started helping with that church, and I always had that song in my heart, and I want to get it heard, and I really want to get some of my other music heard. So I was helping kind of like in a counseling situation. I was just volunteering my time, and we were playing this game of kind of like get to know you kind of game, where you ask questions, and one of the questions they asked me was, what do you want to do in your free time? What do you want to, in your free time, what do you do? And I was like, well, I want to learn how to play the guitar. And then another question was, what is it that you want in your future girl? And I said, this is what I want my future girl. Those are two questions that stood out. And after we had basically kind of got to know each other a little bit, we dismissed. And sorry, I thought that was my pastor pulling back up. But we dismissed, and before we got up, it was during lunchtime that we did this, and before I got up, I asked for prayer for the song Oh Mama at the time, and I said, I really would like you guys to pray and ask God to, so to speak, help me to find a way to get this song heard. And you got to remember that just as soon, less than 15 minutes after I prayed, God kind of told me what to do. He said, Lee, I want you to go see Sarah Washburn. But he never mentioned about me getting a guitar. I felt in my heart that God was saying, Lee, I just want you to take that song to Sarah Washburn. Sarah Washburn's very important. I went to college, if you don't know, and it was an all-girls college that let guys come and take minister classes. I majored in Bible, CRV, church-related vocational major with Bible, religion education, Bible, and sociology is my supporting areas, or minors as you want to call them. And you had the girls' side and you had the boys' side. The boys' side was MA's called Minister Alliance, where the boys met. It was only boys, no girls were in the club. It was like an all-boys club, and then you had the girls doing their thing. And there were 3 girls sororities, and you know, Sarah Washburn ran one of the girls' sororities called the Eunomians. And basically what happened, me and her went to church together. She plays the piano at Lowry Memorial Baptist Church that I know of. She ran the Eunomians, which was all girls sorority with Raggedy Ann and Andy. Their Bible verse is Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. Her husband, who was the academic dean at the time, got me into Blue Mountain College. I had to go through an interview with her husband, Dean Washburn, and he passed away. And shortly after that he passed away, they named the Bible and Teaching Department building Fisher Washburn Hall in honor of him. And we were in chapel when they did it, and she was up on stage, and she even cut the ribbon for the building. And I remember going to her house. Sarah Washburn lives in Blue Mountain, Mississippi, and down the road is Douglas Bain. Now he's my faculty advisor. Douglas Bain would be the guy that would sign all my permission, everything that I would take classes with, every class that I took. Douglas Bain had to, put his John Hancock to. And I'll never forget it, because I remember going to Sarah Washburn's house and knocking on the door and thinking, this woman's going to think I'm crazy. Because you got to remember, I had asked God to help me to get this song heard. And less than 15 minutes after I asked, he told me what to do. And I didn't go help out that day. It was on a Wednesday. And I hadn't seen this woman in about 2 years. Can you imagine somebody that you haven't seen in about 2 or 3 years comes to your doorway and starts talking with you? But she was friendly. She's not a mean person. She opened the door and let me in, and we chatted a little bit. I talked to her, and she talked to me about the school, about it going co-ed, and basically what it boiled down to was I showed her the song. It was called Oh Mama, and it desperately needed to be juiced up a little bit. She asked me 2 questions I'll never forget. She said, Lee, do you play the guitar? I said, no. And then she said, well, can you get someone to help you play the guitar? I said, I don't know, maybe, And she went back in her room. She went back in her room. I'm sorry, it's cars and stuff. She went back in her room and she got me a, what was it, 60 something bucks. And the Washburn guitar, as I called it at the time, cost me about 60 something bucks to get. Later on, I got me a blue one. That's 10 times better. It's here at the church. But Sarah Washburn, who didn't have to do that, made sacrifices, made a financial sacrifice for me to do this. This woman who believes in me, that's the reason why I call it Listen to Sarah Washburn Song. It's on the profile. When you go and read what's going on, you can read about it, and you actually see it. It's about the orphan kids. Sarah Washburn taught at Blue Mountain College Problems of Today's Society, Marriage and the Family, Introduction to Sociology, all kinds of sociology stuff. meaning children, problems with what's going on with children. So this is the perfect person, if this is God's will, to send me to. It's an all-out saying, yes, I want you to do this. Yes, I have plans for you, says God. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. So now you know the reason why I wrote Listen is because of what Sarah Washburn did. I don't know about you, but like me growing up, I used to watch Transformers a lot, and I was a huge Transformer fan. I used to have a lot of the Autobots. And Decepticons, and I used to be a huge, I don't want nobody to think that I'm talking to myself. I had, the Autobots and Decepticons and stuff, and I was, basically, I would be playing with Transformers. I had some of the original Transformers, like Optimus Prime, and the movies here recently came out. Megatron says two things I'll never forget. One is humans don't deserve the right to choose, the right to live, and Optimus says they deserve the right to choose for themselves. And in the second one, Revenge of the Fallen, which I love and I have in my possession, it says, Megatron says to Prime, basically, does the future of our race not worth a single human life? And Optimus Prime says, you'll never stop at one. I'll take you on. And the Bible says in John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever should believe in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Now, what does 1 John say? 1 John 3:16 says, this is how you know you have love in you, that Christ laid down his life, and so you should be able to lay down your life for. You think that's coincidence that God would sit here and put John 3:16 and then go around and say 1 John 3:16? I don't think so. I think God's saying this is how you know that you really are a Christian, is you see your brother in need and yet you're willing to do anything. You're willing to sacrifice. You're willing to give anything, blood, sweat, tears, money, financially. What does 1 John 3:17 says? It says, if you see your brother in need and have no compassion on you, does the love of God reside in you? That is what this band will be about, is seeing our brothers in need and doing everything we can, including maybe even financially. I want it to be like Casting Crowns, but I want it to be like the Five Purposes. I want to evangelize to the lost. I want to minister to the needs. I want to be able to pump people up that are going through difficult times. But I need some help. I need your assistance. I need you to join my team. Pretty soon, about May, I will be playing this song, and you will see me singing it to this group. I'm going to be getting some pictures and juicing my song up. But I need some help. I can't do it by myself. I need a drummer. I need a keyboard player. I need a lead guitarist. I need a bass guitarist. I need people that are going to help me. That's the reason why I'm going to band mix. Basically, I need some assistance. Even if you're a long distance away and you feel like God's saying to you that you need to start a band, I need your help. You can move. We can, maybe you might want to move down here and help me out. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm employing some of the people out there to really step it up and help me out. I can't do this alone. It's difficult. I know it's difficult out there, but maybe we can pump each other up. But you can email me at laymylifedown@hotmail.com. I'll be glad to give you some more information about me and the band, about everything that I've just told you about, some pictures to prove what I'm talking about. Don't call the number, email me at bandmix, or do the laymylifedown@hotmail.com. Again, I would love to hear from you, and you take care. God bless.